Brian here. This is where MAGA comes to talk. You know, it blows my mind how the left are just a bunch of people. You know, everywhere I go online, I'm seeing liberals obsessing over the bond market. I've never heard anyone talk about the bond market before. And what had happened, you know, it's interesting how you watch the making of a bullshit talking point. So this was, I don't know, 2-3 days ago. There was some when the tariffs first came in. I'm watching Fox News, and this is when the market started dropping a couple days ago. And they had this financial guy on Fox, whose name I don't know. I can't remember his name. I've seen him on Fox before, but he's not like a famous guy. And he mentions bonds, you know, and he's talking to bonds guys in New York, and they're saying that Japan's selling bonds and all of this stuff. Then all of a sudden, they go to the Fox News White House correspondent, the blonde girl, Jackie, whatever her name is, and she's talking about the bond market. And I've never heard anybody talk about the bond market. Now they're all talking about the bond market. The reason that the left are obsessing over the bond market, Jessica Tarloff, she got totally schooled by Jesse Waters on that last night on the 5. The reason the left are talking about the bond market is because that's just the talking point. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no understanding of the bond market. I don't either. Nobody follows the bond market unless you're selling the bonds. Maybe if you buy bonds, which very few people do anymore. It's not like the old days. And it just shows how stupid the opposition is. They'll just grab onto anything. And people watch someone online, or they'll see somebody post something on X, or they'll hear some pundit say something on television. And it becomes the reality. Oh, the bond market. Japan's dumping their bonds, are they? Come on. Just accept the fact that Trump knows exactly what it is that he's doing. He's doing it well, and he's winning. That's it. You know? I mean, you know, once you accept that fact, which is, you know, a difficult thing for these never-Trumpers to do, you'll feel a lot better. Gotta go out and get some coffee. Starting to get used to this. I've done a 50% coffee reduction, which I think is pretty good. I'm starting to get used to it because I'm not all drowsy here in the morning without the coffee. And I was just reading an article online. Oh, why the importance of the bond market? Another, the bond market this, the bond market that. Oh my goodness. It's a textbook example of fake news, crafting talking points live before our eyes. And that first guy that mentioned it on Fox, who just made up the whole story. It's amazing how that's turned into something. No one has any understanding of the bond market. I don't. Do you? No. I mean, we know what bonds are. Like, I even heard Charlie Kirk yesterday. He was talking, I saw this clip on X. Well, if you look, the 10-year bond yields are buying, which shows that they believe in the long-term future of the American economy. Where did he get that shit from? I mean, you know, come on. He's pulling stuff out of his ass, too, on the bonds. Nobody knows anything. I like Charlie Kirk, but come on. That's like a copy-paste out of Wikipedia. You know? It's like that college boy caller. No one has any understanding of the bond market, and everyone's talking like they're an expert now. that have been following Bonds for years. Exactly. Blah, 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 blah. Trump knows exactly what he's doing. He's kicking everyone's butt. Things are going very well. So I'm going to talk about that at the top, but Trump made one of the, I'm going to tell you what this is. I'm not going to get into this now, but you may be able to figure it out. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But Trump made one of the biggest moves for the next presidential election. It was just so hilarious what he did. He he really knows how to get his agenda done in ways that people have no idea. And he made such a big move in the next presidential election this week. And I don't know if anybody realizes it yet. So I'll get into that when I go on the air in an hour. Right now I'm just heading to Starbucks, although they don't open for 20 minutes. Oh, good, they're there. The last couple days, the people at Starbucks that I go to haven't been getting there until about 5 or 10 minutes before they open. So they're not ready when I get in there. But they're there now. They've been there, so good. Right. No, it's made in America. You know, it's something. People say things all the time like, "Oh, that's made in China." No, it's made in America, which I show people quite a bit. Right? Made in USA. But so what? Are you watching me on a phone or a computer? That's made in China. Everything's made in China because our country's been sold out by these leaders. That's another idiot talking point that these trolls have. Oh, that's made in China. This is not made in China. So what if something's made in China? Right? Almost everything's made in China because of these sellouts in our government. That's what Trump's trying to reverse. Right? The computer or the phone you're watching me on is made in China, probably. It's so bizarre how stupid liberals are. That's why they're liberals, because they're stupid. Yeah, Jessica Tarloff said that we don't want manufacturing jobs in this country. Well, maybe she doesn't. All she manufactures are liberal crap, but yeah. Trump's trying to end that. He wants pretty much everything made in this country. NAFTA offshored our manufacturing. Exactly. It's so funny how people think, oh, it's made in China. Almost everything is. Almost everything is. That's why Trump's doing this. I wish that we could buy things made in America, but there's not a lot made in America anymore. We've had 50 years of sellout politicians, but Trump's correcting it. Now, if you're new, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure that you subscribe. Oh, you have to reset. Oh, here's Jay. Here's another economist. You have to reset the value of the dollar. What the fuck do you know about resetting the value of the dollar? You understand what I mean about these trolls and all their opinions? Oh, the bond, the value of the dollar, this and that. None of you have any understanding. President Trump went to a top economic school. He's a billionaire many times over. He became president twice, the second time after extreme oppression, including them trying to shoot him. Well, they did shoot him, shooting him and then trying to shoot him again. And locking him up and all the fake trials, everything they've done. The entire media of the world against him for a decade. He's surrounded by top men in industry. But you, who's taken a break from some Twitch stream, you know how to handle trade policy? I mean, think about it. Think about how stupid you sound. Thinking that you know more about such things than Donald Trump and the team around him. Right? It's comical. It is comical. He is a leading economist himself. He's the richest man in the world. He's about to send a rocket to Mars with robots. I mean, I mean, that's who Elon is. That's how smart Elon is. Oh, yeah, he's the richest man in the world by far. By far. Richest man who's ever lived. Richest man in the world by far. He's twice as wealthy as the second richest. It just cracks me up. It just really cracks me up. I mean, when has Trump ever been wrong about anything? Never. He's always right. Oh, yeah, this is... No. Elon Musk is the richest man alive by far. He's so much richer than the second richest man that the second richest man's not even in competition with him. They don't know what minerals are on Mars that we... I mean, it would have to be a pretty valuable mineral to send risky space missions to get. That's right. The richest man in the world is a MAGA. Isn't that something? That's right. I saw a story. They said that the Cybertruck sales are down. And the media and the left are celebrating like, oh, look, Tesla's a failure. Of course they're down. You go to a Tesla dealership, you could get blown up, firebombed, or shot. You leave your new Tesla in the parking lot, you go into the grocery store, you come out, they spray it with swastikas. I mean, of course people are not buying them right now. It's no statement on Elon. The stupidity of the liberals and insanity of the liberals is just mind-boggling. It really is. Lunar mining, they don't know what's... there's not much. I don't think there's much up on the moon that's that valuable. It's a rock. If there was something that valuable, they would have been continuing to go up there. And so far as Mars, they've done no real geological surveys. They don't know what's there. They tell you a bunch of crap to justify space flights. You know, that's about it. But not much there. Everything we need's right here on beautiful Earth. If by bad you mean awesome, yes. Things are going so well for Trump. So well. That's why the left are so deranged. I mean, they were talking about eggs. Now they're talking about bonds. I don't know what the freak they're talking about. It's really comical. It really, truly is. Now, today's show, it's Friday already. So it's open phones. Open Mega Mike Friday. You can call me on the air today on the next stream about any and everything on your mind. You're not limited to the topics that I bring up. I'm gonna talk about this bond obsession, but also I love that Hegseth fired this lady Space Force colonel in Greenland because she was dissing J.D. Vance and the Trump administration. What an idiot! I hope they demote her. I mean, not just fire her from that position, but run her out of the Space Force. What an idiot! I don't know what she was thinking. So I'm going to get into that. And President Trump's big move in the next presidential election. It's pretty huge. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now listen, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. All right? I'll see you on the next stream. Take care.